Hey, it's Colleen with Rope and Resellers, and I'm here for a weekly, actually 2 weekly updates. I'm going to combine it December 25th through January 7th, 2017 and 2018.
Running through this stuff pretty quick because I have 2 weeks to go through. This is a Canary cycling jersey. It was pretty snagged and well loved, and you can see from the tag it had a lot of wash wear. $9.99 is what it sold for. I paid $1 for this. It came out of a consignment store bag. I have an agreement that I take their stuff. I give them $10. I take their stuff to Goodwill and I get to pillage it before I send it. So everything costs about $1. I usually get on average about 10 things out of it that are worth my while, and the rest goes to the thrift store. $4.27 for eBay, PayPal, and shipping fees for a total profit of $4.72, and it took 5 days to sell. Next up was a Lego Duplo set. It was a little airport set, and it came out of a big bin of Duplos that I had collected at a garage sale ages ago that I thought my kids would play for, and then they got too old for them anyway. $34.99 is what this sold for. $44.18 is what I collected, so they paid shipping. I paid about $1 for this. $14.53 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $28.65, and it took a month to sell. This is a pair of Life is Good sweatpants, women's size small, $15.99. I collected shipping, so $20.29 is what I collected. I spent $1 on this at the thrift store. $6.90 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $12.39, and it took 9 months to sell. This is a bunch of brochures from Northern Pacific Railway. I picked them up at an estate sale. I thought they were kind of cool. They were just flyers. They have some timetables in them, but they're not the official timetables. $14.99 is what this lot sold for. I paid $4 for this at an estate sale, probably a little bit higher than I should have. $4.71 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $6.28, and it took 2 months to sell. This is a Dundee marmalade jar. If you can find these, the old ceramic ones, they do pretty well. $24.99. I collected shipping on it, so total collected was $29.29. I paid $4 for it at a estate sale. $8.13 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $17.16, and it took 2 months to sell, so I would pick that up again. TDK, this is just a lot of a bunch of cassette tapes. They had these thing out in front of the estate sale that I go to, so I picked them up. $11.99 is what they sold for. I had a bunch of older stuff on sale for 20% off around Christmas just to try to get it out the door so I'd have less to count. $11.99 is what I collected. I didn't pay anything for it. It was in the free bin outside the estate sale. $6.05 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $5.94, and it took 10 months to sell. Those were not magnetic tapes, so they're not worth all that much. This is a Pearl Jam shirt, a rock and roll shirt. It was a concert shirt. You can see has all the names, but it wasn't very old, so it wasn't worth a ton. $19.99 is what it sold for. 50 cents at thrift stores where I bought this. $5.48 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $14.01, and it took 7 months to sell. Anything with dates on the back usually will sell, even if it's more modern. Super Nintendo Mario Brothers. This is the little one, so this is the DS. This is for the handheld. It was a case, and it had all the manuals and everything. Mario always sells. $19.99 is what he sold for. I spent $2 for this at a garage sale. $5.48 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $12.51, and it took 7 months to sell. This is a brass trivet. It had a pineapple on it, which is Hollywood Regency style. This is not super popular anymore, and I don't know how old this was. I sold it for $19.99. They paid shipping, so $29.98 is what I collected. I spent $1.50 for it at a thrift store. $13.60 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $14.88, and it took 2 years to sell. I did have another one. This was the second one that sold, so I'm just happy that they're finally gone. A Bill Blass trench coat, men's, 44 long, so pretty good size. $44.99 is what it sold for. $55.49, so they paid shipping is what I collected. I spent $1 on this, so this came from the consignment store. $16.16 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $38.33, and it took 6 weeks to sell. This is a Nike golf, sort of like a windbreaker, not quite a rain jacket. It was an anorak style. Sold it for $19.99. I didn't pay anything for it. Someone had worked. This had a resort, Big Sky Resort stamp on it, so I think it was an employee jacket. They probably gave them to him at the golf course. So I didn't pay anything for it. She was just going to donate it and handed it to me because she was moving. $6.59 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $13.40. It took 2 months to sell. This is a little souvenir pin from Ski the Summit, Colorado. So this is Keystone, Breckenridge, A-Basin, Copper. They're all ski resorts fairly close to each other in Colorado. It sold for $9.99. I picked up a whole box of these. And so this one was about 62 cents is what it cost me. $4.11 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $5.26. And it took 6 months to sell. And the last thing for this week was Tigger. This is a Duplo Tigger. He was about 2 inches or so tall. He sold for $9.99. You can get online and find out which sets he belonged to, so I included those numbers. I paid about 25 cents for this because this came out of that big bin of Duplos. $4.96 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $4.78, and he took a month to sell. So looking at my numbers, not super great. $257.87 is what everything sold for. I collected $296.15. Cost of goods, $16.87. $100.97 for shipping and fees, which of course includes eBay, PayPal, and shipping. And a total profit of $178.31. Didn't quite make my $200 I shoot for, but I have a lot going on right now. Amazon merch, 2 shirts. They throttled us all. Nothing was showing up. No one was selling anything. $12.68 is what I made on that for a total profit of the week for $190.99. Now moving on to the next week's sales. This is for the week of January 1st through January 7th. So the first thing that I sold was a Canon camera. And it had a lens with it, and I'm going to guess that they probably were just after the lens, because the camera, though it worked, it needed tape and some attention. So anyway, Canon T50 with this other lens, 22. Someone offered me $22. I took it. They paid shipping, so $34.06 is what I collected. It was $1. I got a whole bunch of camera equipment from an auction, and it was about $1 an item. It also came with like a video camera that I think is going to be worth money. I still haven't listed that. And when you hear how long I've had this, it's kind of embarrassing. $17.87 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $15.19. It took 2 years and 7 months to sell. Yes, I used to be really into camera equipment and stuff, and then I think I got burned or something happened, and I'm just not that enthusiastic about getting that stuff listed. I probably should, because it's worth money. Okay, I'm going to slaughter this. Anna Kohi hand block print boho shirt. I picked it up at a garage sale. It sold for $47.99. 75 cents is what I paid for this at a garage sale. $8.85 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $38.39, and it took 7 months to sell. This is a cable knit Irish fisherman's sweater style scarf. It came out of the consignment store bag. It sold for $14.99. I paid about $1 for it. $5.42 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $8.57, and it took 2 weeks to sell. This I thought was going to be worth more money. So this is a little brick set. It's kind of like Lego, but not really. And it had all these little cardboard pieces so you can make all this other stuff. I think it's from probably the Oh, there it is. 1977. It sold for $37.19. I paid $3 for this at an estate sale, $13.97 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $20.22. And it took 10 weeks to sell, a little over 2 months. Vineyard Vines, this is the little whale. Usually pants sell really well and polo shirts because they have the little whale on them. Anyway, this sold for $18.59. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale. $6.22 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $11.37, and it took 4 months to sell. This is another set of Lego Duplos. This is from a set, I think from the 90s. My husband had picked it up for our oldest daughter, and she loved it, but now she doesn't, and so I sold it. $27.89 is what I collected on it. It was on sale. I had everything on sale for 7% off. $37.39 is what I collected because they paid shipping. Didn't cost me anything. $12.95 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $24.44, and it took 5 weeks to sell. That one had a lot of watchers. This is kind of an interesting thing. I pulled this off of an overnight bag, and I think my husband actually ended up with the overnight bag, but I pulled this off. It's a vintage Lufthansa luggage tag, leather luggage tag. I guess people collect stuff like that because they paid me $13.94 for it. Spent about 50 cents is what I figured on it at an estate sale. $4.59 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $8.85, and it took 9 weeks to sell. This is vintage embroidery linen. It was really nice, a really nice linen table runner. I think what they did was they took 2 towels and sold them together. Sewed them together. Anyway, it sold for $13.94. I spent too much. I spent $3 on this, and I probably shouldn't have, but I'm such a sucker for vintage linen. So I bought it. $4.75 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $6.19, and it took 3 months to sell. And the last thing is a White House black market. This was really cute. If it had been my size, I probably would have kept it. Striped sweater with a keyhole back, so that's what this is. Which is great keywords. $13.94 is what I collected on that. I spent $1 on this. Picked it up at a rummage sale, I believe. And there's the label for you. $5.58 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $7.36, and it took 9 months to sell. So we'll look at those numbers. Let's see. Okay, so looking at those numbers, even worse than last week, $210.47. I collected $232.03. Cost of goods, $11.25. eBay, PayPal, shipping costs, $80.20 for a total profit of $140.58. Amazon merch, print on demand site. I only sold 3 shirts, $16.42 for a total profit of the week, $157. I'll have to make that up somewhere. But considering I didn't list anything, I think that's all right.
Okay, so I've had some stuff going on in my life. My kids have been home for vacation for Christmas, so that's always a distraction. My husband has a new job, and he's home a lot more, which is great, but also another distraction. And I have another job that's supposed to be part-time that isn't really right now, so this is just further proof that you can make money even though you don't list anything on eBay, because that's pretty much what I have not been doing for the last 2 weeks to a month, if not more. And I don't really foresee that changing anytime super soon. So it's probably going to be just on coast mode, which is fine. That's why we do this, right? Sometimes you need to take a break, or you go on vacation, or other things come up, and luckily what eBay gives us is our time. Someone had asked me for our tip to show the Excel spreadsheet that I use. I just made it up myself. I know there's other programs out there, and what I thought I'd do is just run you through how I organize and gather all my information, and just do sort of an online tutorial for that. So enjoy.
Okay, so this really quickly is a spreadsheet that I have. I saved it as a template. And so when I go into Excel or any spreadsheet program, this is all I have. So I have the date, what the item is, what the sale price was, the total sale. So that is the price of the sale plus if they paid shipping. Cost of goods, COG. The costs, eBay, PayPal, and shipping fees. And then the net. And this is where I have my formula plugged in. So if you see up here, it says sum. These are all really easy. And there's one, if you look at this, or the formulas. So you can just hit this button and then you press what you want and add in addition or subtraction or division or whatever it is that you want to do. There's lots of tutorials online. I am not the person to teach you. Anyway, so basically what it is just this number, the total sale. So that was the sale plus shipping if they paid shipping. My cost of goods, so that's the E column. And then the costs, PayPal. And so if you take this, subtract your cost of goods and all your costs for your fees, then you get your net, and that's the total amount that you made. Okay, so here we are on my Seller Hub, and this is how I start to fill in my sheet. So if you have a store, then you have the Seller Hub, and everybody has their little boxes arranged in different orders. I have my selling tools towards the bottom because I don't use them all that much. So if you go under your selling tools and you come down here, there's something called File Exchange. And if you've never used this before, it's a great tool to use. So you just click on that, and this, you're going to see the old school eBay. So this is just the clunky looking, almost back end at this point, but it's not, part of eBay. So over here, you do create a download request. And then you can specify, you want your listings and records, you want active, sold, unsold. So usually I just say sold, and then it'll let you go from a certain date, from January whatever to, or you can do all records, or you can go back and do, you can set a date range. And then you have it sent to whatever email address you want, and then you hit save. And then what happens is you check your email, and usually it's pretty fast, and I usually do it on Sunday night. And I'll get it within 10 or 15 minutes. And what they send you is, it's called File Exchange Response. You'll go into your email, you'll open it up, and this is what they send you. So this I had requested for, let's see, the dates, the 25th through the 31st of December. So what they give you is the user ID, all this crazy information, but really all we want is the item title. So I'll take this and I will copy it, and then I'll go to my Excel spreadsheet that I had before the workbook page, and I will just put this here, and then Command V on a Mac, and it's already put in. I don't have to type it in, it's already done. So that makes it all really quick, and then I can go to the top of the next column, go back to that File Exchange CSV file, and here they gave me the sale price. So I do it again. I just highlight all those columns, I copy them, I go to the window for the workbook, and I paste it, Command V. Same thing with the total sales. This is the last thing I'm going to get off of that sheet. And I go back to my File Exchange. Here they say how much everybody paid shipping, but what I'm interested in, it's a total price. I don't really care how much they paid in shipping because it's all included in this total price. So here again, I copy it, I go back to my worksheet, and I paste it there, and I'm done. And the other thing the last thing that I get from this other CSV file is it tells me when things sold, so when they paid for them. So I'll go down here and I'll copy that, and I'll go back to my window and paste that in here. Done. It doesn't like the formatting, so I convert it to the format that it likes, and it doesn't give me the exclamation. Cost of goods, that's another file that I keep. Whenever I buy things, I always say how much I paid for them. I'm kind of anal retentive. A lot of people, you can just guess. It probably doesn't matter in the long run too much if you know you never pay more than 10 bucks, or you usually pay around $1 for things. Now, as far as costs, eBay, PayPal, this is a little bit harder. Okay, so we're going to go back to my eBay. We're going to go under performance. We're going to go to selling costs. You can also do this in sales. I think it gives you that information there as well. So if you look here, so here again, you can specify a start date. So let's go December 25th through December 31st. And it'll give me all my selling costs. And here is where I get all my information. This didn't have my shipping label, I think because they shipped the next month. So, but I did have this information. Usually it gives it to you if you don't switch over years. Anyway, so this is the selling fees, and this does include, if you see, this includes your PayPal fees. So this is eBay fees and PayPal fees. And then they'll tell you how much you paid on the shipping labels unless you ship FedEx. And then you will have to just write down that information when you ship it or go back to the page, the individual sales report page for that item, and it'll tell you how much you paid in FedEx fees because eBay only charges you at the end of the month. And then it'll tell you your net costs. So then I have to manually enter that by hand because there's no way to cut and paste that. So that's a little more time consuming. So basically that's what I do. And then as far as getting the information for how long things take to sell, up here, since I do list and forget, I know that I listed this on November 28th, 2017. I don't ever cancel my stuff and relist or sell similar or any of that stuff. So when the start date is the actual start date that I started. And this is the information. So if I started November 28th and it sold on the December 28th, then it took a month to sell. So that's all the information I have. And so then I just fill in my worksheet. Another little trick to see how much you made in a particular column. This doesn't, you can highlight it, and if you go down here, it'll tell you the sum of all of those. So that's how I get this number that I say, okay, 296.15. So that's how I know how much that was. And that's how I do my spreadsheet. Hope that helps. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Sorry it took me so long.